Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Young Women of Favor LLC. On today, this is a different segment that we're going to be doing. We are going to be talking to Tarsha M. Green. Hi, Tarsha.
Hi.
I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for being with me on today and trying to help me promote Young Women of Favor, where we are always trying to inspire and motivate and empower and educate our teenage girls, young adult women. And one thing I like, we've started to evolve, actually including our older women in various contents and events. So I thank you for that, for being here. You're welcome. You're welcome. We've been trying for a while, but we finally got here.
Praise to God, we here.
Yes. Okay, so let's just jump right on in. So tell us about yourself.
So my name is Tarsha M. Green. I am from Houston, Texas. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, and I'm just someone who, let me not say someone, I am a woman who have been through many trials in life, but by the mercy of God and the grace of God, I'm here living out a testimony of redemption. So definitely someone who doesn't have a pretty past, but I do believe that God has a glorious future for me.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I put out a post the other day that said, Lord, show me the beauty in the things that I don't see beauty in. Because we go through so much and we're like, Lord, I don't see the beauty in this.
Right.
But He does. And sometimes we look so hard and it's right there in our face.
Right there.
So, and everybody, you know, have gone through a lot of stuff in life. No one has ever lived a perfect life.
Right.
They'll live, or do they want to share it?
Right.
Or they're ashamed of
it. And I am one of those ones that was ashamed of my story for years because it's so frowned upon, but it was God that made me realize I didn't allow you to go through all of this and come out of it for you to keep it to yourself. You know, there are so many other women that's going through the same thing. Like, that's why I love what you're doing with Young Women of Favor, because I believe we need a safe space, a community of women that have like different walks of life and come to tell our stories, especially for the young girls coming up, to let them know we've been there, we've done that, and you're not alone. So love it.
Okay, so tell me about this Africa experience.
Ooh. So in 2021 I up and moved to Tanzania, Africa. Everyone thought I was crazy. My whole family was like, what are you doing? Because I didn't know anyone, never traveled there or anything. I just up and left. And I went, you know how things only make sense when we're looking back.
Yes.
So looking back, even at the time I knew it was a call from God. But now looking back, I knew God was delivering me out of, like, right before I went to Africa, I had got caught up in the demonic realm. I'm just call it for what it is. It was witchcraft, and God's delivered me from that. And it's like He just had to lift me out of America grounds, take me way to Africa so I can receive that deliverance that I needed, that healing that I needed. So I'm so grateful for that. I didn't want to come back, but I'm here, I'm just, grateful to be back though at the same time.
Good. Wow. Yeah, you had briefly mentioned about Africa, and I was like, well, what got you way out there?
Right.
So what did you learn? What did you take back? Because you're back here now. So what did you take back from your experience?
And I just said this to my sister the other day. One of the things that I love most about Africa, and we don't have it here on America grounds, is they're about community. Out here in America, every man for himself. You on your own, you got to figure it out. But Africa, no, they're going to come together. In America, like, I've been staying at my place going on 2 years now, and even before then, I can stay somewhere for a while but never know my neighbors.
Hmm.
You know, but out there, everybody know everybody.
Okay.
If one person is lacking with food, look, the whole community about to come together. We're gonna sit outside, we're gonna eat together. So that's one of the things that I love and miss about Africa, the community. Yeah. So yeah, if only we can get that here, we'll be good. Yeah.
So when you was in Africa, what type of events did you do, or how did you maintain your spiritual life?
Ooh, oh man. Oh my goodness. So thank God I was able to get under a ministry called River House. Oh, that's the church I attended, and the pastors, which Pastor Denver Marks and Pastor Renee Marks, they took me under their wings from day one. And again, they're a deliverance ministry. So when they took me under their wings and heard my story about all I went through with this witchcraft and everything, excuse me, they helped me along the way. They let me know that I wasn't alone, and I believe that played a huge part of my healing, just being, you know, under their wings and going to their church. So yeah, I miss them.
Oh wow. Yes. Well, do you have any opportunities of going back?
Yes, I still have a vision for Africa. And I know it'll manifest in God's great time and His divine timing. But yes, my heart is still in Africa, hands down. So yeah, I'll be going back one day.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you started off saying about yourself, and then you wrote a book.
I did.
And the title is Constantly Redeemed.
Yes.
Tell us about the title. How did you come up with that title?
Actually, I did not get the title until I was writing the book. When I was actually writing it and I was having a heart-to-heart conversation with God, you know, I asked Him, how exactly did I ask Him? Like, will you ever have to stop constantly redeeming me for the same sin?
Right.
And it was like, you know. So that's how the title came about, just from me asking God that question. And like my whole life is just a story of redemption, like God constantly having to pick me up like, Tarsha, get back on track. So that's the story of my life, constantly redeemed.
Well, tell us about the book.
So the book, I never, like I just said a few moments ago, I never thought I would tell my story. It was something that, look, a lot of this stuff I'm taking to my grave. You know, like, nobody got to know this, but me and God, you know. Yep. And one day in particular, I was just having one of those moments with God, and it just dropped in my spirit, write a book. Wait a minute, God. Wait a minute.
Right.
I don't know about this, but, you know, once He gave me that command, you know, I just started writing. And every time I got to a point to where it was very shameful, I'm like, okay, maybe God just having me write this for my own healing. He's not going to have me put this out, you know, but obviously it's out. And but it helped me to overcome shame. You know, like now, because there have been times in my life where maybe I was in a relationship or whatever, and someone came and told someone about my past. So now no one can hold my past over me, because I already put it out there. Right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's how it came about.
Wow, that's good. That is good. So let's talk about a challenge that kept you bounded. You talked about the witchcraft, you talked about some of the things in the book about shame, but what is one challenge that you would like to share that kept you bound And how did you come out of it? What was the outcome?
The biggest challenge that has kept me bound, I'm just going to be honest, and it's in the book, and it goes back to the title. It always been ungodly sex. Ungodly sex always kept me bound in these shackles. Like I knew that I need to wait for marriage, or I knew, like, even when I was married, I shouldn't be committing adultery. Right. But it was, ungodly sex has always been a thorn in my flesh. Right. Which is something that I always been ashamed of, because I once lived a promiscuous lifestyle. So it's been a challenge, and even now, I can't say I fully overcame it. Way better. But at the same time, like, we know sex is a natural desire, but we just have to, and this is what I have been doing. Again, I can't say that the desire is gone, but what I have been doing is pressing into the presence of God. Like, when I have those weak moments, I have that real talk with God, like, look, God, look, you know. So that has been my biggest challenge. Even in the book, I even said, like, if I could just get rid of this one thorn, I feel like me and God will be tight, you know. But whenever I'm weak, He is strong. So, it still can be a daily struggle sometimes, but I get through it.
That's good, because you hear many people will say, "Oh, just pray that away." No, we're not gonna pray the desire away.
Right.
We're gonna try to maintain it.
Right. Like, for real, because I still want to get married again. I don't take the desire. Just being honest.
So when we do get married,
right, it's still there.
No, we're not gonna pray that one.
Right. And in I know society, everything is sexualized, but that's something that is not discussed often in the church.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I wish we would open up and talk about more, instead of just sweeping it under the rug. I believe, especially our young girls, they need to be able to communicate exactly how they're feeling, and then us being an older generation, being able to meet them right where they are, and not shame them,
Right.
Because I know for me growing up, all I knew was sex, don't do it till you married. Right. But no one was telling me or teaching me about the dangers of sex, and I'm talking about not just physical, but also spiritual. When you want to go deeper with exactly. Yes. So I just wish we would open up more and talk about sex more.
Yeah. I was a teenage mom. I got pregnant at 15 and had my first child at 16. And of course, I'm a PK, come from a Christian home with morals and values, and this wasn't sneaking in and being promiscuous or anything like that. But it happened, and I knew that sex would be for marriage, but when you just out there, and so I understand that. And one of the things that when I had my son, this thing that people don't even think about. When you are pregnant, you think you're gonna have a healthy baby. And everything is just gonna be okay. And you're gonna go home with your life. And one of the things to me was that my son was born with an illness. He had a blockage in his cerebral valve, basically. And I had him early, which I was glad, because they were able to determine exactly what was wrong and go ahead and treat him, and blase. That's a whole nother video. But I'm saying that to say that you have sex early, you still a child, and you have a child that's sick, then what's next? So in my case, I'm blessed that I had a community to actually help and support. I'm glad that my mother took on that role. I'm glad that of just like I said, the community
Right.
to just come together and help and even build relationships within the hospital. And we were able to maintain those relationships even over the years, and some have already gone whatever. But the thing is, from this segment, basically, that you got to think about it. Sex is just not a game,
Right?
you know. You have soul ties, you have the diseases, sexual diseases. Then you also have the pregnancies, and you never know if your child's gonna be healthy or not.
Right.
You know, just so you know, now my son is 37, he'll be 38 this year, and they didn't even think he would live, and he's still here. So yeah, you know, we really have to maintain our bodies, and teens today, as well as women, need to respect their bodies more and understand on the spiritual level that our body is a temple. And we have to respect our bodies and not abuse it on the outside as well as the inside. And it's very important. And now a lot of people, even I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of men are even talking about being abstinent. You know, not just the women now, because they're tired of giving themselves to all these women. Now they want to be able to hold on and whatever's left to give to their wife. You know, and I shouldn't say left, but they want to preserve themselves to continue to be able to give to their wife. And the women nowadays are saying and wanting to be able to save themselves whatever's left that we have to give to our husbands. You know, we can't change the past. We can't change the past, but we don't have to continue and have to use our body as a weapon. We don't have to use our body as a toy or just being taken advantage of. You know, sex is beautiful. Yes. But we have to do it under the way God wants it. Exactly. And that's where I think that we have veered from. So, but no, I'm not gonna pray that desire away. No, just not at all. So I know you have a nonprofit. So let's talk about the nonprofit.
So my nonprofit is actually called Faith in Trinity Teen Moms. Because just like you, I was also a teen mom. I became pregnant at the age of 14. I had my son at 15. And also, just like you, I had my mom, you know, my sister, my grandmother, to support me and help me. But a lot of teenagers don't have that. So when God gave me this vision for teen moms, I was actually out there in Africa. And the vision was for Africa because I didn't have plans on coming back to America, you know. So I still, you know, seek to extend it out there. But out there, when a teen mom becomes pregnant, she is kicked out of her home, kicked out of school. Like, it's just so heartbreaking what they go through, you know, when they become pregnant at a young age. So that's how it all came about. And now that I'm in America right now, what I'm doing is just gathering donations for, you know, the moms, the babies, but there is a bigger vision behind it. I haven't exposed it to anyone yet. I'm actually working on it. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But for right now, I am still in that gathering stage, like Joseph, you know, I'm just gathering up things so when that time comes, I can hit the ground full speed. Good. Well, how can someone reach you in regards to connecting with you for your nonprofit? So can email fit, which is FIT .teenmoms@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on my website, which is Tarsha with the R, TAR, SHA, so TarshaMGreen.net.
I'm gonna put all this information in video as well too. So what does your season look like now?
right this moment, I am in a healing season. I know when I went to Africa, I had to heal from all the witchcraft and everything, but right this moment, I can say I'm healing. I just lost my dad recently. Also disconnected from some relationships. So I've been grieving, but at the same time, here, like within a week or so, it's like, okay, Tarsha, it's time to get up. It's time to get up. And I still have my days where it's like, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But just thank God for constantly giving me the strength to want to keep pressing forward, because sometimes people don't even want to press forward anymore.
Yes.
So right now, right this moment, is me healing and getting up and just starting again. Yeah, that's why I'm there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
That's good place.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you would like to share with the audience on today that can maybe inspire them, or something they can take away from this? That can.
That's my prayer time. What I'm feeling in my spirit is, do not give up. Life is not easy, which we all know that, but like I was just saying a moment ago, we have to, it's okay to have our moments. We're human, we're going to hurt, we're going to fall, but get back up. If you can connect with anyone on a spiritual level, definitely have those type of friends and influences around, because life is so much harder when we're enduring it alone. And God didn't create us to do life alone. So definitely connect with spirit-minded people. Because you can connect with worldly friends all day long, but that's not going to get you where you need to be. So connect and just keep going no matter how hard it gets. Keep going. If you fall into sin, get back up. Because one thing that I had to battle with a lot throughout my life, and sometimes I still have to battle with it, sometimes it's condemnation. God is not, he does not condemn us. The enemy, he condemns us. Like God, he'll convict us, but he's not going to condemn us. So don't allow the enemy to get into your ear and keep you down. I heard a pastor say, before we sin, the enemy is downplaying it, like, it ain't that bad, it ain't that bad. But soon as we sin, that same voice is like, oh, look what you did, look what you did. You know, so he plays on our mind, he plays on our mental, but do not let him win. Like, keep fighting that battle. And again, I can't stress enough to get connected with someone, even if it's just one person that you can call on in those times of weakness. Call on them. And I think that's about it. Just don't give up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to give up, but when you give up, you're delaying the process of where you're trying to go.
True. So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, I thank you. Before we end this video, the book Constantly Redeemed.
Yes.
How can they purchase the book?
So, matter of fact, show y'all right here. This is the book right here. You can order it on my website, tarshamgreen.net, and it would be a signed copy when you go order it from my website, and I will get it sent out to you. But it's definitely a good read. From what I have heard, is people been able to finish it in a day, because it's y'all. Like I said, some of this stuff I did not want to let out, but I just hope that it encourages anyone that has, especially a past like mine, you know, or you may be living a certain lifestyle that I once lived. So I just hope it encourages you to know that you are still loved by God, and he can redeem anything. If he can redeem me, he can redeem you too. So definitely check it out, and you can pass it on to any other woman or young girl that may be struggling.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you again for your time one today.
Yes.
And if you will please like, share, and even subscribe
Yes.
to this video, to this channel. And we got more content that we are going to put out. Again, we are trying to inspire, empower. We're trying to motivate and educate our teenage girls and our young adult women. So just follow us, because we got a lot more to put out. Thank you. Just the beginning. So thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.